I don't know what we're gonna do, Tama.
It's
The
hard.
the blacksmith, he says, "All right, are you done yapping?"
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get in the middle of your transaction here. Please continue.
I just so hold on. What map are you guys looking at right now?
We're
You're
just
looking at
scribble
the one that
drawings.
has
Yeah.
the scribbles.
Hmm.
The capital, just so you know, is like right here.
Okay.
For the yeah,
Like a belly
this
button.
length
Or
is
nose.
several hundred miles.
And we got there really quickly. Imagine how
No, it took
fast a
a few
deep.
weeks.
Oh, it only took us a few seconds. What are you talking about? Yeah. And it's like, well,
It's because it's a safe travel. It's just a highway.
and oh god. All right. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. What I mean, like what I'm trying to bluff him here to get a better price, and I'm trying to make him like understand that we're doing like the world a favor, and that we have like this hardship, you know.
You have
And,
to bluff him again though, because
all right, yeah, no,
he's
I can bluff him
better.
again. Do you want me to bluff? Is that? I was waiting for you
Yeah,
to say roll the bluff check, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'll roll the bluff check. 20. That's pretty good, man.
He's not very moved.
I just look at him and like,
He says, "Look, I can give you the masterwork sword for a regular greatsword price because, well, I mean, it doesn't take much. It just takes extra man hours to create a masterwork.
I appreciate it, mate.
Wonderful.
It's fantastic. Like
But that's about
anything that
it.
we can
As
get to.
long as you promise to shut up."
Yes.
Oh no, we'll be killing demons. You won't see us again.
He nods. He's like, "Oh, yeah, you'll probably be dead."
No doubt. Any help that we can get is fantastic. And I look at Tamara, I tap him on the shoulder, give him a little winky wink, and I walk out. Let him finish his
I,
transaction.
I pay for the greatsword and I leave.
It only cost him 1 gold because great swords are useless unless they're masterwork.
Yeah, it's a masterwork greatsword costs 7 times a normal greatsword, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy
it's
about
like yeah. So that's a good deal. Thanks, Ducky. You're you yeah. Anyway, now let's talk about these mules there, Rob. What's the deal with these?
I want to get mules or dogs or goats
Oh man,
or something
can we get him like just
we
like
can
shitloads of
push
war dogs?
down these hallways.
Dude,
That
you
can
need to
spring
get war
traps
dogs.
for us.
You need to get war dogs, and
I,
you
I
need.
don't
No.
need them to fight. I just need them to walk in front of me and
beggars and urchins, man. Beggars and urchins. You know, you don't even need to buy them. You can just hire them for a silver or two and you've paid ones to get out alive.
The um,
Suddenly,
No,
the
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 hobo
professor
problem.
says, "Why don't you guys just buy a 10-foot pole?"
That's less fun. Now,
But you don't kill anything.
Yes, but what if
Or
what if the trap set off magically?
what good is that?
He says that it's very highly unlikely that you're going to encounter magical traps, as ancient tombs do not have much magical potential in them.
all right. So I want to get a sack of rocks.
So, sling stones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
buy some sling stones.
No, I
So you
no,
can just
no. I
scout
don't. I
the
don't want
city
to.
and
I don't
pick up
want.
rocks.
Yeah, that's it. I want to pick up rocks. I don't want to buy
Okay.
no rocks.
Okay, you pick up rocks.
What's that? Like
How much
10,000
do you-
rocks?
I don't know how much do you want.
I don't know. Like 20. 20 is good.
So like 20 pounds.
No, 20 rocks.
Okay, but how much would the rocks weigh? Do you want like,
They're
just
less. They're less. They're about the same size as a sling bullet, but they don't.
Oh, so
yeah,
okay,
but
so you're like
yeah. So
okay.
in terms of like actual like damage, if I was to sling them out, there is a negative penalty to that because they're not designed to be thrown
Yeah.
like fired. But in terms of just throwing a rock at a motherfucker, it's like whatever, you know. Throwing a rock at a motherfucker. I like that. Yeah,
How much would it cost just to hire a random hobo with a stick?
that's Here, hire this blind guy. He has a stick already. No.
No, but just you hire some random hope and you give him a pole to push with and poke with and do all the trap finding for us. Can't be that
I think we'll be
expensive.
okay with just rocks, to be honest.
A silver day or something. He could carry our things, cook us dinner. We should definitely hire a
I'm
hobo.
actually an incredibly good cook. Like, that has not come up yet, but I am an incredibly good cook.
Yeah, because he cooks for the professor all the time.
Yeah. What is it? My
BT
cooking?
dubs.
Actually, I'm not that much of a good cook, but I have the skill to cook. All right. So, yeah. So we'll buy like a. Is that like a baton sort of thing, like a stick you can get that extends and folds down?
I have a
folds
10-foot
down?
pole on my mule.
Yeah. Like a baton.
It folds down.
Yes.
You mean like a Swiffer thing? Like
It
those long Swiffers?
it compresses down, and you can flick it out. And you use it to cut things out.
Oh, like a lightsaber toy.
A fucking baton, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. Okay, making something like that would be pretty crazy, but yeah, it'd just be pretty expensive.
All right.
It's not that hard. You just need a feather.
Fuck it. We walk into this. When I'm looking
Just
around.
get a 10-foot stick!
Fine. I get a 10-foot stick and I carry a
Attach the
10-foot
hole.
I have
stick.
one on my mule.
He has a
already.
10-foot pole, okay?
Good.
Get a 50-foot pole instead,
Why not a 100-foot pole?
because that's unwieldy.
Oh, and a 10-foot pole isn't?
Well, his 10-foot pole is his weapon. Speaking of
Oh, that's true, I
baton
guess so.
versus knife, this is a great example of a baton.
Anyway, let's get to actual role-playing and stabbing dudes.
Yes, yes.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. Aye, aye. Let's do it.
So you guys got everything you need.
Aye, we do.
How much? Most seriously, how much would it cost to hire a bard as manservant? He doesn't need to be all that good at what he
A
does.
few silvers a day.
How few?
Like, 4?
Jesus Christ.
Like
that's
a
pretty good
really
living.
bad bard.
A really bad one? Yeah, about
A
4,
cheap
because
one.
he has to eat.
Oh, well, that's true.
Are you gonna
Oh, no,
make
no,
him?
no, 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 no. That's not true. Never mind. It would take about, not 4 silvers. It would take like 4 nickels.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
do it, man.
I'm gonna hire one. I'm gonna hire a bard to sing my glory.
There once was a
Okay.
man named Tama. He stabbed a motherfucker in a bar. That's all I've got so far. We'll work on it later. I want to see more of your deeds. All right, yeah, let's do that.
And I'm gonna call him.
No, he already has a name. Doug,
Bob.
what's his name?
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm still gonna call him Bob, and I pay him. So if I say he's called Bob, he's called Bob.
That's a good point, actually. I mean, he can just walk out, though.
Yeah, all right.
Any-
Yeah, so we go back to Al and we're like, okay, I think we've got everything we need. And Toa has his fucking 900 mules, and Tama has a homeless guy that follows him around with a fucking
Yes.
thing.
He has 6 mules.
Yes, I have a
Jesus
homeless dude that follows me around and
Christ.
sings.
You know what you could do, Rob? You could make like a platform, attach it to the mules, and just sit on the platform, and let the mules like sort of waddle along, carrying you on top of it.
I could.
Engineering check? No. Anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this game.
Actually, I'm gonna. How much would it cost to hire 4 more hobos and buy a palanquin?
How many
Wait, by
people are we
4?
going to be having following us? We got 6 mules. We got like 5 followers already, and you've buying a
4
barn.
hobos. Okay, 4 hobos.
Not hobos,
Which-
just people who can carry a palanquin who are sheep and unemployed.
Oh, 1 second. I
Okay,
got-
to carry
oh,
what? Okay.
A palanquin, so they can carry me around.
Oh my god.
No one's gonna do that for you.
Why? It's a
Because they're
respectable
not-
profession.
No one's not gonna be degrading himself like that into human ions. For a
What do you mean with
fish.
degrading? That's
Yeah, that would be pretty
That's-
degrading. Not gonna lie. I mean,
I
you
don't
might
see
you
the
might be
problem.
good at drinking, but there's no way in hell I would ever lift you up, brother.
Well, they get plenty of fresh air and exercise.
Lifting a fat ass fish everywhere, of course
I'm
they
not
would.
fat. I'm definitely not fat. I get loads of exercise.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he stabbed Nolk.
So that's not gonna happen,
What?
Tama. Let's just to killing something, please.
I just have my singing hobo carry me. No Planquin. I can just piggyback.
The bard's not going to do that for you either.
Fine. Oh well. I suppose that's that for me. I don't need anything else.
All right. So yeah, I guess we meet up with Al and we say we're ready to move on. Where do we go? You said something
He
about
says
orcs.
we must. Yeah, he says we must head north to an ancient catacomb.
How far north?
An
is
ancient
this?
catacomb in the Red Sands, the Okutaku catacombs.
Okay.
It's not too far off when we go into the Orc deserts, but we must pass either the communist lands, or we can take in a detour, or we can do a straight shot through the very contested Shining Forest to the north.
Who's
How
contesting the Shining Forest?
Yeah.
Orcs and humans are fighting each other, and there's no mercenaries helping out.
Let's pass through.
Yeah. How much time have we saved going through the forest?
You'll say, let's see here. Let me look at the map so I can. Okay, so you're gonna be right there. Let's see, the place that you're going to is like right here. There you go.
Oh damn, that's like the same distance that we just traveled. Is that like 3 weeks?
Be about 2.5. But the detour is going neo, or you
Okay.
can just go straight shot. So the detour would be like 6 weeks.
Shit. Let's go straight through. Fuck it. There's
Okay,
humans in
then.
there. I mean, that can't be too bad.
I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of gnomes.
And orcs.
They like they like people though. They like you people. So don't worry.
Well, they haven't heard of Tama yet.
Yeah, they haven't heard that you killed Noel.
If we do this, Tama, keep your shiv in its shiv holster. You think you can do that for me?
It was self-defense.
I get that. No, I get that.
I
trust
prod
you.
I prod my hobo to sing.
I've just
my
heard
praise.
stories about from the other party members about how you stabbed that guy. So you know.
Well, he jumped me.
No, I would stab him too if he jumped me, but you know, we got to make it through the forest and get to this cave, the Ukutaku cave. So, you know, priorities, man. Priorities.
Well, you know, if they attack you, you would stab as well.
Of course I would, but
Yeah, there you go.
all right. I'm glad we had this conversation. I don't know why we had it, but I'm glad we had it. And I pat him on the shoulder, and then I get on my horse and say, "Let us ride."
I just frown and stare after him.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up there. I didn't think I would know about it, so.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Okay, there's. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, I guess you just.
So you're riding through the forest. You're sure?
Yeah, man.
Okay, everyone, or not everyone. Okay, so as you enter about a week in, you enter the forest finally, and you head up to the kind of like it's completely walled, the highway, and there's a gate, and there's a bunch of humans standing there, and there's towers filled with riflemen, and at the foot there's a bunch of guys in like full plate standing with halberds,
Hang
and
on,
they kind
hang
of
on a moment. Hang on a moment.
What?
Full plate? Are you serious?
full plate.
This is a jungle, right?
Yes, the Shining Forest is a jungle.
Is it humid?
Yeah, it's pretty human.
Humid, not human.
Humid, yeah, humid.
Oh,
Yeah, but
they
it's
said
winter,
humid.
so it's pretty cold too.
Wait, really? That's kind of.
Kinda. It's like 60 degrees. At the least.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
What? What does that mean in Celsius? What's that in normal?
10, I guess.
10. Jesus Christ! What kind of jungle is this place?
I don't know.
Okay, so, what I'm saying is jungles are generally
Hot,
like
yeah.
really, really sticky and gross.
Yeah, it's hot, but
It's hot. Okay.
during the winter it does get pretty cold. So like 60's the worst. It would get. It's usually like 80.
Okay, maybe during the night, but that I don't see it happening.
Maybe during the night, but
Yeah.
you arrive kind of early in the morning, so it is kind of cold. But
Okay. All right. I trust you. We can go with that. I'm just. It's weird seeing dudes in like massive
full plate
and
under.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They don't have helmets on, if that helps.
Kind of. Yeah. All right. So Toa, we're going through a forest
Oh, okay.
instead of
I'm
taking
back,
6
sorry.
weeks of detour. So, because apparently there's going to be fighting in here. So, you know what? It makes a good show. So. So yeah. Okay. So we come up to a gate and it's surrounded by people in plate.
And they have like the halberds kind of like crossed over the gate. So I mean, it's closed and you can't like batter it down because it's iron.
All right.
But
I
They
go up
kinda
to
like
it and I knock on the door.
they look at you. They look at you and they ask, "What the hell does your caravan want? Don't you know that this is a very contested war zone?"
Hi. We wish to go through it.
He says, "Are you insane or just stupid?"
A little of both.
He says, "Well,
I mean, we
They're
are
not
hunting demons, so you know, you kind of have to be.
demons. You're not gonna find many demons.
I know,
unless
we're
you go
looking for an
far,
answer
far,
to the
far.
demons. To you know those holes floating about where all the things go and they come out.
He says, "Yeah, but what I've heard that the Orcish demon hole is pretty far up in the Orc deserts. Why don't you go to the eastern mountains and slay demons over there and help us instead?"
Well, because we're heading, we need to get this done as quickly as possible. Do you know of a cave? I looked at Al and I see if it's okay to talk about this stuff.
He kind of motions forward and he says, "And it's a catacomb, not a cave."
Pish posh, zigzags. But he sort of gives me the nod to talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
Do you know of a catacomb called Utaku Kaku?
Akko Taku or something.
Aku Taku.
He says,
Wacko smacko.
he says, "Catacomb. So you're going to raid an Orcish pyramid?
Correct.
You're fucking retarded." He tells you flat out. He says, "Do you not know how dangerous those things are?"
We have.
Oh, we
have
cannot
a vague
endanger-
idea. But
think-
see these two fish gentlemen behind me.
you know how
they were-
dangerous we are?
Yeah.
We are brave and strong, not like you, whimpering.
They could probably decimate this entire. Not that they would, but they probably could. I've seen it happen. They are disgustingly overpowered creatures. Have you ever played D&D before? They're like min-maxers. And I say to him, like, the reason we're going there, sir, is, and the reason we need to make haste instead of going 6 weeks out of the way, is because time is of the essence. We need to go to this cavern to find what we need to permanently close these demon holes, rather than it being a temporary solution and fighting the blasted things that poop out of it.
He nods. He says, "Okay, then. Just know that there's no roads, and it's going to take you quite some time to get through.
That's all right. I mean,
Oh, and if you find any orcs and you get attacked, it's not our fault. We warned you."
it'll be the orcs' problem, not ours. Trust me.
He nods.
All right. Does he open the door?
Yeah, so they kind of like wave their hand, and you start hearing the portcullis kind of just creak up.
And I
Now,
yell
you
back,
guys go
"That's some
through.
powerful magic you've got there!" And then I walk through the door. Fucking waving their hands and the door's open. That's incredible.
No, someone saw it.
I know. I'm fucking
Yeah, oh,
being a smart
okay.
ass. Yeah.
Troll,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't explain that. That's magic.
There's no explanation for that shit.
Don't give me none of that science crap. That's magic.
Yeah, so what is in the town? Anything of import? Like maybe there's a captain of the guard or something we can sort of...
It's not a town, it's... Hold on.
It's a fortification, right? So
It's a fort.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's that walling, and then behind it is an encampment
Okay.
with like a couple of buildings, like a tower.
Before we sneak off, I want to sort of like try and get a report on the lay of the lands, if at all possible, so we know what we're kind of getting into. Can I talk to the I like sort of grab a guard walking past and go, "Excuse me, sir. Can you point me in the direction of your captain?"
He nods and he says, yes, the general. We actually do have our.
Oh,
we actually
sorry.
have our general.
Yeah.
He is in the big tent over there. He's
The big
probably
one
just
with the polka dots on the outside? That's kind of weird that would be the case, but...
No, the big purple tent.
Oh, purple.
tent.
Sorry, it's slip of the tongue. My bad.
Go inside there and you'll find him. He's probably just looking at the war plans right now.
All right, and I smack him on the butt as I walk away.
He's in full plight too, so I mean,
He doesn't feel it.
yeah.
So, you know, just here's the ting. Anyway, so we walk up and I just walk into the tent. I just fucking open it up and I'm like,
Just, hey, I'm here.
yeah.
So the general, he's kind of an old guy with white hair, and he has a mustache, very thick mustache, and he's pretty
Big
tall.
square jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a grizzly guy, and he's wearing like this really luxurious purple, kind of military thing.
Is it clothing or is it actual armor?
It's clothing. It's not
Okay.
armor.
Yeah.
His armor is set to the side though, and it's
Okay.
like, yeah. So he turns around and he has his sword with him. That's the only thing with him, and he has his arms folded, and he says, "Why is there an adventurer in my tent?"
Oh,
and
man, that
behind
obvious.
him,
I
on the other side of the table, there's 3 other guys, also pretty dressed finely.
And I kind of look at him. Are you talking about those guys over there? 'Cause
He says,
Are you talking about me? Oh, my bad.
he says, "I will not allow joking around in my tent. Now, what do you want?"
Sorry, I had no idea you were so strict. Well, I don't know if you know, but we're on our way to acquire items in the Orcish Desert. And we happen to be passing through this lovely neck of the woods here. I hear you have great local hospitality with the Orcs, so I wanted to know if you had any information that you could give us about the lay of the lands to make our travel a little less bloody. Kind of like squinting. I was trying to work out whether or not that was the right word. I'm like, yeah, bloody. Yeah, I'll go with that.
He steps forward, and because you joked again, he stomps, and you just see like wisps of lightning come out from his foot. And he says, "I told you, no jokes."
I like
now,
squat down and I look at his boots and I'm like, my god, are they enchanted?
He
I want
says,
to do an arcane check on the boots, please.
"Okay, go ahead."
15.
You figure out that they're not enchanted. It was just his own magical might doing that.
I look up and I sort of go, that's impressive, sir. Like, the fact that you can saunter around and, I sort of gesture over to the armor, tell me your secrets. How do you do this? Because every time
says-
I put on any sort of armor whatsoever, I kind of get a little flustered, you know?
He says, "My armor is completely aligned with unicorn hide that lets me cast any spell I want."
I make a mental thingy about this.
Note.
Yeah, mental note.
He says, "Now, you want to have an escort through the Shining Forest?"
That is not really necessary. Just more information about patrols and whatnot.
He says that if you go very, very straight north, you may not encounter any orcs. But if you
So
find
as
any
the
orc
crows
scouts,
fly,
yes, if you might encounter some orc scouts or a small troop, but you shouldn't encounter any orc bases. If you do see smoke, though, you should just get away from it, as we cannot tell you if it's an orc or our base.
do you have any more fortifications out in the forest?
He says, "Yes, we do. Since the Shining Forest is our land, we have some
agreed.
villages that have fortresses, and we have some burnt-down villages that we have recently captured."
Okay.
Recap.
Any of these have any sort of? Because I assume we're going to be drinking a lot of water. Blah blah blah. How long do you suspect it will take us to get through the forest?
He says, It'll probably take you just about a week because it's very rough terrain.
Aye.
Other than that, though, if you need anything to drink, there are a lot of streams and well springs around
Is
to
the water
help you.
safe?
And
The orcs aren't pooping in it or something?
he says, "No, that you'll be fine. Trust me. It's some of them aren't even magical."
Ooh. Do you happen to know where those are?
He says, I don't think you should know that kind of information. Or, I don't think I should tell you that kind of information.
Chances are we'll kill a few patrols on the way out, so, give and take.
He sighs and he says, "Fine. If you, He says, "Fine. If you don't go as straight north, you may find a small wellspring, but be careful because I do know that the orcs do like to take our holy water and turn it into whatever they use for it."
So it is actually holy water?
He nods. He says, "Yes, it was gifted to us from the goddess herself before she ascended to the heavens."
Alright, cool. I don't think we have any use for holy water. Okay, I turned back to Al and the rest of the party. I'm like, do you guys have any use for holy water?
Al tells you guys, well, it would be probably useful to grab a few bottles, but that's about it.
Is it worth a detour and potentially killing a few more orcs?
That is up for you to decide.
I look at the bard and I... How tall is the bard? Is he shorter than me? I imagine he's shorter than me.
How tall is Jericho?
I want him to be shorter than me. He's 6'2".
Okay, yeah, he's like 5'11", so...
Ah, he's a little shorter. I look down at him and I'm like, how about it? Do you think this would make a good song?
He nods and he says, "Yeah, I'm sure you guys will fight some orcs near a wellspring and I can make a good tune."
What's his name?
God damn it.
He needs a name, man.
Didn't you say... Tom is calling him Bob, so he's Bob.
Yeah, but he has an actual name. I'm not gonna.
How about just by coincidence his name's Bob?
His name's Robert.
Yeah,
All right, fine.
deal with it, because, oh my god.
All
I
right.
haven't made the name list yet.
You should get on that, man, because I'm gonna fucking be asking for people's names every game. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I turn back to the general. I give him sort of like a weak mock salute, and I thank you very much for the information. It's much appreciated. We will
says,
kill
yeah.
as many orcs as we can on the way out to make your lives a little easier.
Okay, stay safe out there.
Aye, and should keep up with that magic stuff. You have the talent for it. And I walk out.
I mean, he's like probably the equivalent to a level 20, but okay.
I'm telling him this because he needs to know. I appreciate his magical abilities. Do you guys want to do anything while we're here?
And there isn't much to do. You just see a bunch of soldiers kind of like sitting around before they go out on patrols. Or go out into war.
Okay.
They're like the new recruits, so...
I guess we'll try and time it as much as possible with the soldiers leaving if they're going in the northern direction. So we're not really being escorted by them. We're just kind of with them.
That's kind of not likely. They're not going to let you do that.
Son of a bitch. All right. We just head off then. Guys, do you have any objections to that?
No, that's fine by me.
All right, Tama, you there? I guess not. Yeah.
I turned my mic off.
Were you talking
Oh.
the entire time?
A bit here and a bit there, yeah.
God. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna head north then. And do you want to see if we can try and find this? Like, what sort of roll would we need to do in order to find these wells?
You just have to roll a d20 and see if you get lucky.
So it's not like a survival skill, or it's not anything like that.
Not really. They're pretty,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So do you just wanna? we'll head north, and we will be looking for the well, if at all possible. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hold on, let me get to the internet. Okay, so as you guys travel along the no path, you just kind of carve through the jungle paths that the soldiers have made. So you get it quite a ways away, and you need to roll. And so, like, only one person needs to roll 1d20.
Who wants to do that?